Hello, I'm Brian Rose, the founder of Biohackers United, and today we're going to be talking about vibrational energy and longevity. So I wanted to talk about what the human body actually is and who you are as a divine being. So the human body is actually 4 different states of being. The first state of the human body is what's called the gross or physical body. So it contains everything as your outer body itself, your muscles, your bones, your organs. And the second state of being is the subtle body, which is the emotions and thoughts. The third part of your divine body is what's called the causal body, which is sometimes referred to as Brahman. It's the divine light or your soul, which is vibrational energy, which is inside of you. It's a core electromagnetic vibrational energy that vibrates through you and outside of you that creates a bioluminescent field. That bioluminescent field can be measured. We'll talk about different devices and how you can measure the divine light that is within you. The fourth part of your divine being, which relates to the subtle body with the emotions and thoughts, is what Anne Shulgin. She was the wife of Alexander Shulgin, who wrote the book Bacall. She was a therapist who worked with individuals, and she referred to the human body that there's a subconscious shadow body, and the shadow body itself is the subconscious that has been programmed through education. It's been indoctrinated through religion and friends and family. As an example, let's say you're driving down the freeway and the speed limit is 55. So your subconscious will regulate the way you're driving either within the speed limit, or you may subconsciously say, I can go 10 to 15 miles per hour faster than the speed limit. It's a subconscious thought, similar to like if somebody next to you sneezes and you automatically say, bless you. It's certain indoctrinated thoughts and beliefs that is part of your subconscious. Now, the final thing I want you to take into consideration is the divine light, the soul that is within you, is not bound by human laws. It is only bound by universal laws that are non-earth made or earthbound conditioning. It resonates through you and as part of you. Everything in life has a bioluminescent field, whether it's humans, whether it's plants, whether it's animals, and earthbound laws do not apply. So we're going to be talking about the vibrational energy within the body, what the current state of the human body is as for somebody that is healthy. And the first thing that we're going to look at is a building that was created to elevate your body's vibrational frequency. There was a gentleman back in the 1950s. His name was George Van Tassel. George Van Tassel created a formula that is simply F equals 1 over T. So it's frequency 1 over time. So the vibrational energy within the body can be elevated, and you can exponentially increase the human body's vibrational energy. George Van Tassel created a building. It's called the Integratron, which was designed to help with rejuvenation. According to George Van Tassel, the Integratron was a structure not only to help with rejuvenation, but also to help with longevity. It was built based on the research of Nikola Tesla. George Van Tassel was responsible for not only building an energy to help extend longevity, but it had properties that were anti-gravity and included time travel. It was a domed wooden structure with a rotating metal apparatus on the outside of the dome, which was basically an electrostatic die rod. So when you look at the picture, you'll see the die rods that are connected in the middle of the building that would circulate. As it would circulate, it would generate electromagnetic energy within the building itself, and individuals would walk through the building. It would elevate their body's vibrational frequency as they passed through the building and exited, and the increased vibrational energy would last afterwards. Now, the building itself was completely wooden. There were no nails, there were no screws, there was no concrete that was used in the construction of the building itself. Nothing to interfere with the electromagnetic field that was being generated. You can visit the building down in Southern California. It might not be open, but you can pull it up on YouTube. I'm surprised nobody's recreated the building as of today. Now, when it comes to your own body itself, the human body has an optimal vibrational frequency. There was research by Bruce Donato, which found that the healthy human body resonates at a frequency between 62 and 70 megahertz. Now, when your body drops in vibrational frequency below 58 megahertz, that's when diseases, viruses, bacteria start to set in. Previously, I was exposed to microtoxins. So sometimes if you're exposed to vibrational or you're exposed to environmental toxins, which can reduce your vibrational energy, it will lower your body's frequency. Now, the opposite is true, where you develop a health condition, a chronic health condition, that will also start to lower the vibrational frequency. Not to mention, as you get older, your vibrational frequency automatically declines by around 1 to 2% per year as you get older. As you age and it starts to drop below 58 megahertz, that's when viruses, bacteria, chronic health conditions can really start to set in. Now, one of the devices you can use to measure your body's vibrational frequency is what's referred to as the Zyto hand cradle. The Zyto hand cradle is basically like a catcher's glove where you set your hand on top of the scanner. It sends an electrical impulse throughout the body. Every organ, every bone vibrates at a particular frequency. That frequency is like a signal imprint that resonates within a particular range. So every vertebrae, every muscle has a vibrational signature. And with the Zyto hand cradle, it sends an impulse and it measures the resonant frequency of your organs and your bones, and it sees whether it's incoherence or autocoherence. So whether or not the vibrational frequency is vibrating within range or out of range. So that's one device. There are others, but that's just an example of a device that's been created to measure your body's vibrational energy. Now there's 3 things you can do on a daily basis to elevate your body's frequency. Like I said, it declines around 1 to 2% per year as you get older. The first thing you can do is you can meditate on a daily basis. I went through Vipassana meditation retreat. I highly recommend it. The first time you go, you have to stay there for 10 days. And during the 10 days, you meditate 8 hours a day. So you learn to silence your mind, and you also learn to transfer energy throughout the body. But I highly recommend it if you can look into it. It's free. They request or ask for a donation for being there for 10 days. But meditation itself will start to amplify the divine light within you. It draws in the universal light and helps your body vibrate exponentially and expand your vibrational energy. The second thing you can do is through chanting. If you chant the word Om, Om is the representation of the universal energy. If you go back to both Hindu and Buddhist teachings, Om encompasses the sound of the universe. So chanting the mantra itself will fill your body with positive energy. It will increase your body's vibrational frequency. Research shows that chanting specifically Om will bring down neuroactivity within the brain. That decrease in neuroactivity will help to silence thoughts and help your body relax. So when I did the 10-day Vipassana meditation, when you sit there for the first couple days, thoughts will automatically arise of whether you're thinking of past relationships or if you're thinking of your work schedule. Those thoughts will automatically just keep coming up. If you chant the word Om, that will help silence the mental mind. The third way you can increase your vibrational energy, which is absolutely proven, is through physical movement. So if you play basketball, you play tennis, if you do any type of cardio exercise, the movement of the body will stimulate the lymphatic system. It will increase the vibrational energy, which you can measure. They also showed that just running itself in a NIH study, when they looked at mice who were given access to a wheel that were older, were able to generate stem cells just through physical exercise, through running itself, which matched the stem cell production of a younger mouse who was a teenager. But the other thing to realize when you're doing physical exercise, the gold standard when it comes to increasing longevity is your VO2 max. So if you can increase your VO2 max and get it to back to a teenager or somebody in their 20s, you can extend longevity, but you can increase your body's vibrational frequency, because your VO2 max will show how you're able to convert oxygen, which in itself is a biological transfer of energy through ATP. My point is, you can use VO2 max as a measure for increasing vibrational energy. In conclusion, if you're exposed to environmental toxins, or if you have negative thoughts, it will impact your body's immune system, and then it's going to lower your body's vibrational frequency. The other thing you have to keep in mind is trapped emotions get stored in your organs, your muscles, your tissues. There's a story of a young teenage girl who was murdered, and when she was killed, her heart was transplanted over to another teenage girl. The teenage girl who received the transplanted heart started to have frequent nightmares. She was dreaming that there was somebody who was attacking her and trying to kill her. She reported the dreams and was able to provide a description of who the attacker was in her nightmare. Based on the information and the description that was given to the police, they were able to apprehend the person who had killed the girl whose heart was transplanted to another person. So your thoughts are stored within your organs, your tissues, and they can be transferred to somebody else. Ideally, you want to increase your body's vibrational energy to obtain peak health and wellness. And there's several things that you can do on your own, whether they're biohacks or different techniques and protocols to measure the vibrational frequency. You can use a device that measures the human bioluminescent energy, which has recently been discovered. So as your body vibrates at a particular frequency, it creates a luminescent field. It's always there. It can be amplified, but it can be measured. I'll put a link to a study that showed a different device to measure the bioluminescence of the human body and how you can track and use different technology to measure your vibrational energy, whether it's through VO2 max or if it's looking at bioluminescent devices. Let me know if you have any thoughts, questions, or concerns, and thank you.